Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's YunKs. Today, I'll be showing you guys the Gjallarhorn, or the Gjallarhorn, however you want to call it. I'm going to call it Gjallarhorn in this video. Even Bungie calls it Gjallarhorn, so I'm going to go with that. This is an exotic rocket launcher from year 1, and this is going to be moving into year 3 very, very soon, so should be fun. This thing is classic, so let's just quickly go over the perks on this rocket launcher. So this is solar damage, and for the sights I run soft launch. We have tracking. Shells fired from this weapon track their targets. In the middle we have quick draw, snapshot, and speed reload. Reload this weapon quickly, so I run speed reload. And the final and main perk, Wolfpack rounds. Rounds fired from this weapon split into tracking cluster missiles upon detonation. This is the perk that makes the Gjallarhorn the Gjallarhorn. Anyway, let's just take a look at the aesthetics. Alright, this thing does look totally sweet. You got wolves everywhere on it. It really is badass. Anyway, let's just get right into the gameplay. So, Gjallarhorn versus the Ultra Knight for the DPS test. It took 5 shots to put him down, each rocket dealing 4,139 damage, and each Wolfpack round dealing 146 damage, and I'm pretty sure there's 8 Wolfpack rounds per rocket, so that's an extra 1,168 damage, and it took me 9.7 seconds to kill him. Alright, we're moving right along into PvP, and the first thing I am going to mention is Gjallarhorn has grenades and horseshoes. It is a hidden perk. It is not mentioned in the perk section, but it is there. So your rockets with the Gjallarhorn will detonate upon proximity of your enemy, so you don't have to worry about shooting the floor underneath them or hitting them directly. And that is probably the best perk to have on a rocket launcher for PvP, at least in my opinion, right off the bat, making this a solid choice for a rocket launcher in the Crucible. And that is, of course, if you want to sacrifice your exotic slot for your heavy, that's really up to you, but this thing really is a beast. Not only does it have grenades and horseshoes, it also has tracking, and of course, the Wolfpack rounds, which most likely will clean up your mess if your rocket itself didn't finish the business for you. Some reinsurance never hurts, and this really makes this rocket launcher just a little bit more reliable than most others. Truth, of course, is its biggest competition in the Crucible, but Truth doesn't have a second burst of damage like the Gjallarhorn does, and that really just makes Gjallarhorn very, very special in all aspects, really, not just in PvP, but of course this thing does shine in PvE, or at least it used to back in year 1 before it got nerfed. This was everybody's go-to exotic for the most part back in the day, of course, if they had this rocket launcher, and this really just tore through everything. Raids, nightfalls, any activity in PvE, you name it, Gjallarhorn could take care of it with ease. And I must say, this thing was a little bit overpowered, but it did get hit with the nerf, and it's not the same weapon as it used to be. It got left behind in year 1, but it is still a solid weapon for PvP in year 2, that is for sure. Now, who knows how it's going to be in year 3. It's definitely not going to come back like it used to be in year 1, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, leave in the comments and let me know, guys, do you still have your Gjallarhorns? And if you do you still use them? If you don't have a Gjallarhorn, are you continuing the search for it, or do you just not care about it and you're waiting for year 3? Let me know. Overall, this may be the most iconic weapon in Destiny. It had its glory days. Unfortunately, they did end though, but it is still a solid choice, like I mentioned earlier, for PvP. Maybe not quite PvE, but certainly this thing can take care of other guardians in the Crucible. Anyway, that's pretty much gonna wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the video, and go ahead and leave a sub if you haven't already if you want to see more weapon reviews similar to this one. I'm always covering weapons here in Destiny. Anyway, guys, I will see you next time.